The fall has come. Falling, 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 falling. Leaves, fall leaves. And you know what that means. Or at least I know what it means. Let's see if I can, hold on. I gotta get my camera turned around without me cutting it off. Trust me, it's harder to do than you think. All right, there we go. The fall is here. The fall is here. Here on the farm. Bob Evans down on the farm. Here on the farm, every fall, this is where I have to vacate. The cabin in which I stay, well, the cabins that I stay in, they were cabins that were built decades ago. And they were built for summer occupancy by horse jockeys. Like men half my size. Because I'm 6'3". You know, men half my size. And anyway, they were built back in, America's golden era. So, they're very sturdy, very well built, The wood is very expensive. It's like this, really high quality, knotty pine type of thing. Anyway, I don't want to blather on because I want to keep my videos short as possible. I'm trying to work on my brevity because I know my videos tend to be long. So I'm going to get right to it. Today, I am going to be vacating. This was one of those little factoids that Detective Blueberry, in his big blue shirt and his big blue jeans from the state police, had he have exercised, good police work, he may have gathered this. Although, truth be told, he probably could have gathered that information through other means, not just me. But I don't want to harp on the fucking police today. I want to talk about my bike. How about that? What the hell? Oh shit! An 18-wheeler, luckily an unhitched 18-wheeler, just flopped by. I think it just had a blowout. It wasn't a crash or anything, so I'll leave it to the driver's capable hands. Anyway, so I want to talk about my bike. I'm going to be vacating. Where will I be going? Who knows? That's the life of a homeless man for you. I have perused and scouted out some areas that look like I could, very quietly stealth camp. And I've definitely not shared those locations with anybody. Not the owner of this land, nobody. Rule number 1 for stealth camping: never, ever disclose your location. Ever. I didn't want the owner of this land to know it. That way, should the police make another return visit here and question him, he can honestly say that he doesn't know where I'm at. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk bike talk. How about that? Well, in the Black Rider's last featured video, I believe, what was it? Black Rider on the eve of transformation. I know it's been a while. It's been a few eves, several eves since then. But, well, enough of my ugly mug. Here she is. Ta-da! In her winter glory. Let's have a look. All right, so we have a Surly Ogre. It's a Surly Ogre frame. And one of the things I'm using, oh my God, this fork. I'm not happy with this fork. I am not happy with this fork. This is not a RockShox fork. This is some Bontrager shit. Some Vita. The bike shop gave it to me for free. I checked it. I looked into it. It's supposed to retail for like 200 bucks. This does not ride like a $200 fork. That's all I can tell you. My RockShox, that was an air and oil system, and believe me, it handled like a champ. I am not happy with this thing. There were issues. I think I told, yeah, because I was talking to you about the bottomless tokens, the RockShox, lowering it. Turned out that was not possible. This, the guys at the bike shop told me that this was a 80, because the RockShox was 100 mil travel, and they said that they were gonna give you an 80 mil. They lied. This is a 60 mil. And I'm like, I'm not crazy, because this thing felt like really, really low on the front end. Needless to say, the suspension can be locked, in and out. That's how we lock out. Basically, the suspension stays locked out because it's just way too damn low. I'm too heavy, and it brings the front end. And more than that, for whatever reason, when the suspension is engaged, the tire, the front wheel, feels like it's half flat, man. It's awful. So I'm not happy with the crappy ass Bontrager Vita, or whatever the hell they want to call it. That's gonna have to be changed later. Right now I'm going into winter, and that's something I really can't sweat. I'll talk about this real quick. Check out our cockpit. In my cycling videos, you guys probably hear a whole lot of fucking rattling and creaking. See if you can hear it. Hear it? Hear that? Yeah, that's a problem with an articulated stem like this, and this handlebar came off of that GT8 ball. I'm gonna have to get rid of it. We've got shims in here. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, and it makes for a lot of creaking and cracking. So when you hear me on the bike, on the handlebars, a lot of that rattle trap shit that you hear, it's coming from the stem and the handlebars. So I'm gonna change that out. All right, so we're still dealing with a triple triangle of sorts with our surly ogre frame. I guess you can see I've shamelessly plugged GoPro. I found a place to put their stickers. I had to excuse me, I had to put some tape over top of it to to protect it. Speaking of protection, for the frame, I had at the bike shop put on, I don't know if you can see this or not. It's basically like a type of tape in and of itself. I had an incident where the bike fell, and right here it took a hit, but luckily this is the frame protector. That's just the adhesive that got the blemish and not the frame itself. So, and yeah, that was like within the first 3 or 4 days that I got the bike. And well, yeah, the frame protector paid for itself just that fast. Because we are dealing with a steel frame. It's a steel frame, and cracks, scratches, all that shit, it translates into rust, a lot of rust. If you recall from our last video, from the Eve of Transformation video, we had some serious crackage here. This is the sole reason why I selected this frame. it's got that extra stabilizing bar. Extra strengthening bar is what it does. It strengthens it. And of course, Surly has no shortage of braze-ons. The front of our frame, the head tube, we've got extra gusseting, you know, extra welding, extra gusseting, nice and strong, you know. Everything is XT, Dior XT, our new crank arms. 44 chain. I ended up having a problem. I have a problem. I got a lot of problems. This pedal, it's always the right pedal, and I can't seem to understand why or how it happens. But this pedal, it's an absolute stiff mess. It's just, and I mean, it just seems to keep getting stiffer and stiffer. Our left pedal, oh, this sucker swivels just fine. You know, both ways. But for reasons I cannot understand, and it's not just this particular brand, I've tried others, and it just gets stiffer. But here, let's see, can you see, I keep it lubed, that's for sure. But now here's the strange part, because when I put my foot on this pedal and I apply pressure to it, you know, pressure, then all of a sudden all that stiffness goes away. It's so bizarre, you know. As soon as you apply pressure, you know, it's not even stiff anymore and it swivels. But take the pressure off and it's just an absolute jammed mess. An absolute jammed mess. I think it's going to end up, you know, dying on me. I think I got grease on my grease monkey. I stuck with my my Shimano XT derailleur with the clutch. Clutch is off. You know, Surly frame has extra points for hitching trailers. From what I understand, this braze-on, I don't even know it's called a braze-on, but it's from what I understand, it's for the Burley Nomad trailer, or other trailers too, you know. Bob trailers, B.O.B., Beast of Burden. Surly also makes their own trailer. I think they came out with their own trailer a couple of years ago. The trailer itself costs something like $700, and then you have to buy their proprietary hitch for an additional $300. So yeah, if you got $1,000 to spend on a trailer that carries like 300 pounds, then, you know, go for it. And let's see, what else? Yeah, we still have our Topique, our trunk. And for the winter, well, actually they're going to be on even after the winter too. We've got our fenders. Fenders with mud guards. For the ice, the snow, once again, we're talking about a steel frame. A steel frame, and it has to be protected. So all that spray coming off onto, you know, everything Has to be protected. In case you're wondering why in the world is the fender mounted so high, the Ogre has horizontal dropouts. I know. Get a load of those horizontal dropouts. This wheel, our wheel, it has to be able to slide back to come out. So that's why our fenders are mounted so high. On a interesting note, I found a new place to mount the rear GoPro. Put that sucker right on the fender. That's my Revolight sticker. GoPro has seriously industrial strength adhesive. Once they're gray 3M adhesive, once it's been like 24 hours, that shit is like molecularly bonded, and it ain't going nowhere. So there you go, the new Surly Ogre. We've got our new seat, a replacement of the Cloud 9 that was ripped up. Like I said, this is a very comfortable seat. Very comfortable. Anatomical. I don't know if you can see in there. We got our vents. Keeps everything nice and cool. Let's see. Some new additions to our cockpit. I got a Garmin. Oh, my voice is cracking. I got a Garmin. Yeah, put some bass in that shit. I got a new Garmin Touring Plus. Pops right out, you know. The Cat Eye was nice, but the Cat Eye's battery was dying. And this is really cool. You know, I'm sure everybody knows Garmin stuff. So this is usually the way I like to keep it, you know. And for whatever reason, I had this thing set up where I don't need to see my time, okay? I had this set up here where the temperature was displayed, and I cannot figure out how to get that back. Something happened where I forgot to charge the Garmin, and the battery completely drained, and all of my settings, I guess, defaulted or whatever, and I can't find the temperature. I can't put the temperature back in our top box. And we got our speed, our distance, you know, the time of day, and the calories. That's one thing I'm glad that still functions, you know. I can see how many calories that my big ass is burning, you know. You know, it's quite a few calories actually when you get out there riding. And of course we have the new Cat Eye Volt 1600 lumens. She releases, let's see, get some focus, squeeze her in, and then just in and forward. She comes off. 1600 lumens. Takes like 14 hours to charge, but she lasts quite a while, and those are some seriously high lumens. 5 different settings. My voice keeps cracking. What the hell is going on? I think that's the medium. Woo! I think that's our low setting. Well, even low's pretty damn bright. I like to keep it on low is 200, medium is 500, and then the high setting is the full 1600 lumens. This I used this setting last night when the fog was rolling in. This is always good for fog. And then that's this is good for probably daytime use, you know. And then there she is, all 1600 lumens. Lord have mercy. Yeah, don't look directly into that. All right. So there you have it. Where did I get this thing? I got this thing from Chain Reaction Cycles. 250 bucks. She slides right back on. Clicks into place. 250 bucks. Can't help but feel a tiny bit cheated because apparently they are an international company. And they charge me like $8, some kind of international shipping shit, whatever. So, yeah, got kind of a silhouette action going on there. Get some light. I think my big ass is blocking the light. Yeah. And I believe, what was it, Egg Harbor Township officer was like, hey, you don't have an audible device, I could write you a ticket for that. Shut the fuck up. I do. It's called an Incredibell. They're small and discreet, and I know it's a gay ass little bell. I don't like it being on there. It takes up fucking handlebar space, but it does keep me legal. It's only really good for bike paths, things like that. So, yeah, there you go. The BLACKRIDER 2.0. Rebuilt. You know? BLACKRIDER 2.0 rebuilt. Alright, guys. Again, the video's gotten longer than I wanted or intended. And, like I say, this is going to be my beast of burden that's going to have to carry me through the winter. This is what's going to have to sustain me. This is why I love my bike. I take care of my bike, and my bike takes care of me. So, hopefully I'll make it, you know, camping. It's going to be interesting. I'll do what I can to keep you guys posted, you know, with updates, things like that. Other than that, thanks for watching. Total Control 871.